Good morning. Today we're going to talk about something that we don't normally talk too much about. I'm going to talk a little bit quieter because it's just after 4:30 in the morning, and hopefully I'm not keeping my wife awake upstairs. But anyway, so this is a shotgun. We don't talk much about shotguns. I don't own many shotguns. This is a Mossberg 500A Alpha. It's part of the 500 series. The 500 series, they made so many different types of 500 series shotguns. Mossberg did everything for the military to home security to duck hunting it's just different models. This is the 500A. This was made. They started making these in the 60s, and so that means that this shotgun, I haven't found the serial number yet. It may be underneath this paint that's on here, but if not, then the shotgun was made sometime between 1960 and 1968, because we know that they weren't required to put serial numbers on rifles until 68. So it has a 30-inch barrel. Like I said, it has an aluminum alloy receiver, so that's going to take a little special attention. The way that you load the shotgun is up underneath here. There's a magazine right here, and this is the magazine. It's got a spring in it, and it goes in, and you put your rounds in, and it's held by the cartridge stop. The cartridge stop sits up there, and we'll see the cartridge stop here before we're done. You can see there's the bolt cover, or the bolt lock is sitting right there, and we'll talk about how that works too. So the idea is you pull the action back, and if you look inside, see how that's lifters down. A round goes inside the lifter. You raise it up, the lifter goes up, pushes the round up enough so that the bolt, when it comes across, will push the round into the chamber, or the shell into the chamber, and locks itself in there. There's on the bolt itself, there's some protrusions that when you push it like that, the bolt lock pushes the bolt up into some recesses that are at the top of the the receiver, and lock the bolt in place, so that when you pull it back, it releases that, and the whole cycle starts over again. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to take it apart. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the barrel off. It's a long barrel, and I don't want to keep knocking stuff around, and so this little screw thing comes undone, and that's done. And what you should be able to do is just pull the barrel off. It's still not done being screwed there, and the barrel just comes off. And the reason they do it this way is because people change the barrels of their shotguns out, and it makes it for ease of the replacement of the barrel. I have my box of parts, so that when I do the parts, take the parts off, I can put them in the box, and that way I don't lose anything, hopefully. I've already taken the butt pad off. You've all seen these butt pads, the rubber ones. The screws are inside, they don't come out. There's little holes right here that you go in through, and this is with a Phillips screwdriver, and you take the bolt pad off. I've also taken the safety off. The safety is broken on it. I ordered some parts, and hopefully the safety will be back working again. So what we've got next is we want to take everything else off. So Mossberg, we're going to talk about Mossberg right now. They have this little ring that you have to take off. It's very tight normally. There's a tool that you can buy that goes over the top, and it makes it so that you can unscrew this ring a lot easier. I don't have that. I took it off a different way. I'm not going to show you how I do it, because I screwed some of them up in the past, and if I show you how I do it and you screw it up, then you'll be mad at me. But you can see it's got, see the two slots. So the tool goes down in there and it turns and it moves this thing here. And this removes the forearm. Now that will help you to remove the forearm. The next thing you want to do is you want to take the trigger off. These things usually come out fairly easy. You just push them out, see? Don't lose it. And then the trigger mechanism just pulls right up. So there you are. There's your trigger mechanism. Don't ever mess with the inside of the trigger mechanism. Inside the trigger mechanism, there's the action release and all that. There's so many different springs and wheels and gears and everything else. And if I didn't believe it when I first started doing this, I said, you know, I can take that apart and put it back together again. It was a 22. I did take it apart, and I had a bear of a time putting it back together. In fact, I was thinking I might have to send it back to the factory to have the factory redo the trigger mechanism. All you need to do is just take and just blow this out real good. You don't have to put a bunch of oil in it and stuff. Some people put you know, graphite inside just a little bit, just enough to keep things going. But it's pretty good on its own. I mean, I just clean the outside of it and I just blow it out, make sure that everything's looking good, and then just give it like a hint of rem oil, and it's good to go. It's plastic. Now inside, move this down. When I took the trigger guard out, these pieces, well, that piece anyway, fell off. The other one fell off too. It's in here. The other one's still attached. This is the left side. This is the stop. There's a little knob on the top here, and what happens is when it's curved, so it sits like that. So what happens is when the arm goes by, it pushes in on this, pushes it like that, so that it opens the gap where the round is, and the round is able to go back down inside. So oh, there's the other one. Okay. Actually, when I'm looking at it, this is the one that I'm talking about. The let's see, left and right. So yeah, that's the left, and this is the right. And this, what this one does is, after the first round, when you do it, and the stop allows a round through, this one prevents the next round from coming through. So you have a, you don't have a double load. It keeps it from happening, the double load. So you have your stop and your interrupter, they call it. There we go. Now inside, you can see, oop, this just came off. This is the action arm. These hook onto your bolt. Actually, they hook onto the bolt lock, and what they do is they pull the bolt back and forth. And there's the little notches there. This is your bolt cover, or your bolt lock. And here's your bolt. And here's your bolt. This fits down inside. And you can see where there's the protrusion. Remember I said there's a protrusion that comes out of the bolt that holds it in, locks it in when you're ready to shoot. You can see there, when you push the bolt lock, it pushes that up so that way there it's going to be secure for you to shoot. When you pull back on the handle, it allows the bolt to be released. You have here you have your extractor on one side and the kicker on the other side. So what happens is, I think I have a shotgun shell, but I guess I don't. I don't have one. Well, anyway, what happens is when you push it up and you push it into the chamber, you push it with such force that see the spaces in there. Man, I thought I had a shotgun round. Things have been pretty rough because I've been doing some bluing, so I want to make sure that so everything's been kind of in disarray. But anyway, so when you pull it out, this pulls it out, and this pushes on it. The other side, the kicker pushes on it, so it flies out and goes out the aperture on the side of the receiver. You can see these are the grooves where the action arms fit in. So this is sitting like this up inside your shotgun. And your action arms fit inside there. Your firing pin is on a spring, which retracts it. The spring retracts it. The last thing that's in here is your loader. And what happens here is the round, because it's on a spring, gets kicked back into here, and then when you lift it back up, it pushes it so that the bolt can push it into the chamber. And all that's left to do, and I'm not gonna bought a large screwdriver on eBay a while back, and it's great for taking off the wood on these things. Well, I'm trying to think of which gun it was that I had that Remington had an actual bolt that you needed like a socket to get it out, I guess. No, that's an Enfield does that. No. Sorry, my memory's not what it should be, but sometimes they come in and there's an actual bolt that you need a long socket wrench to go inside of. Some have Phillips head screwdrivers, but for the most part they're flatheads. Whoop. At least that one I'll be able to find, huh? There you have it. There's the bolt, and it comes with a washer and a lock washer. Now, what I plan to do with this gun is I'm going to rust the barrel. The barrel's in kind of rough shape. It doesn't really look like it on the video, but it's in rough shape. So very little bluing left on it and stuff. So, and the magazine is also steel, so I'm going to blue that too. And then what I plan to do with the receiver, since it's an aluminum alloy, what I want to do is I'm going to ceramic coat it. Use the Wheeler ceramic coat on it, and that'll make it look really nice. The stocks, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the stocks. I've had a request as to what color. It's made out of birch, and birch traditionally for many people, including myself, have trouble staining birch because it just comes out real blotchy, and it's because of the density of the wood that causes that to be a problem. If it was just the way the forearm looks pretty good. I mean, but this is not so good. It's got a lot of oil on it. Maybe I'll just try to get the oil off first and see how that goes. I don't know. We'll see what we've got. Anyway, so that's going to be my my plan of action for for this, and then I'm going to, of course, fix the safety on the back, and it should look like a new gun. I think when I'm done with it, I'm hoping that it'll look like a new gun. But anyway, that's a shotgun in a nutshell. Yeah. I get confused, but yeah, this is the left and this is the right. So, but anyway, that's my presentation for the 500 shotgun, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. All right, thank you.